I'm having a problem because I think I was personally affected by the forgetting. So there's going to be like an infomercial in the next 10 years saying, if you were contacted for the forgetting, you're entitled to compensation. Hey there, magical dreamers. Welcome to my enchanting corner of YouTube. I'm Brittany Ray, and today I'm here to guide you through the wonderful world of Disney Dreamlight Valley. I have recently been titled Dreamlight's Undefeated Valley Streamer. Not sure how. There is nothing to defeat, but that just makes me undefeated. So I'm just saying, that made it a whole lot easier for me. So I've got all the insider knowledge you need to know for Disney Dreamlight Valley. Get ready because I'm about to give you the most detailed guide you could ever dream of. Everything you need to know about Disney Dreamlight Valley before Update 5 and even more. So buckle up and let's embark on this magical journey together. All right, first things first, let's review all the incredible news that we have received so far. So prepare to be amazed. First, this sent me soaring. We're getting umbrellas. Everyone knows this. We've known this for a while. Umbrellas was it. I could have stopped there. I personally would have been fine just getting umbrellas this update. I know we've been spoiled, but I am unaware that we have been spoiled. I'm over here taking crumbs, thinking that it's a whole feast, and I am okay with that. I was fine. Anyways, it didn't stop there. So this was just the tip of the Mickey-shaped iceberg. Brace yourselves. There's so much more. In addition to the umbrellas, we also find out that we will be receiving the special community reward in the mail for putting down 600,000 theme parks. I'm not sure how we did it. I have no idea how many people play this game, but it sure must be a lot, or we all must have at least 10 fairs in each of our valleys. Just saying. But it's an adorable tea set that screams Mad Hatter and Alice in Wonderland vibes, and can you imagine sipping tea while surrounded by the whimsy of Disney Dreamlight Valley? Count me in. Count all of us in. Let's have a picnic. Let's have a tea party. So now let's talk about those intriguing red flowers that we've seen not only in the Forgotten Lands in this photo, but we've also seen in the Frosted Heights. And while some people believe that this could be an Alice in Wonderland reference, I personally believe that they're just teasing us. I don't think that we're getting Alice in Wonderland anytime soon. If we do, what a surprise. If we don't, personally, I wouldn't be surprised. Then there was something that got every single one of you fashionistas ready. Mannequins. This was absolutely amazing. Y'all are going to be thrilled because finally we have a stylish way to showcase our favorite outfits and designs. So get ready to strut your stuff, my friends, because this is a game changer. I will probably use these as, I think a lot of people have had the same idea, but I'm going to use these as my sales associates, my store clerks. I'm going to use them as my store clerk. So next, we have customization. This is where the real magic happens. With endless possibilities at our fingertips, we can create the valley of our dreams. I can't wait to see the incredible creations that all of you come up with, because you can be rest assured that I will not be using this feature. I don't know if that's a hot take. It's not a hot take. It's actually a very cold take. I personally don't think I will ever use this. I am strictly decorating the outside of my valley. My entire 20-floor mansion will probably never see this except maybe once, because I am terrible. If anyone has tips or if anyone wants to help me decorate my house, you are welcomed and appreciated, as I cannot imagine. Anyways, a lot of people are saying maybe it's just the beds, maybe it's a couch here and there. I think we'll get a whole lot of options in the future. I'm thinking tables, chairs, dining chairs. I'm thinking a lot. All of the basic items that you get from Scrooge. There's about 100 of them in different variations of pink and green and gray. I think we'll be able to use all of those standard models and customize each and every single one of them. So then we go on to the most exciting news, the news about the Remembering, which is titled later, but this is first what we got, and it was the tower and the castle and all of the squiggly, scrawny night thorns and just a squiggly castle. And I want to personally focus on the clock tower. Now this looks incredibly grainy right now, but that's because it's zoomed in on my computer And I know a lot of people are looking to the clock tower to understand when this is going to be released. So let's take a more clear look at this. This is a screenshot on my phone. Phones always come out a little bit clearer. And let's just remind ourselves how to read a clock. Okay. We have to remind ourselves because I know a lot of people are thinking 6:05. I'm just saying it's a bit of a stretch because there are like 2-ish arrows at the bottom, and I'm not seeing 6:05. I am seeing 7:05. That's all I'm seeing. I'm not seeing 6. I'm sorry. To me, it looks like the line is going to 7 on the hour hand. The minute hand is definitely going to 5 or the 1, but I'm not seeing it. Sorry. So I'm just gonna say I debunked this one personally and crush everyone's dreams because don't think that it will be 6:05. I know a lot of people are saying that with the news that we got today, it takes about a week for the updates to roll out after they give the star path news and the content path. So I'm thinking possibly next Wednesday, not Monday, which would be like the 7th or the 8th. Then the next bit of news, all of this is in order, by the way. So this is in order by whenever they posted and when things were released. So the next bit of news we got was this gray bench, and everyone knows Fairy Godmother's wand is on there. I kind of already knew it was going to be Fairy Godmother. So like the excitement has already passed for me. I mean, I'm excited, but let's just say like the awe-struck, starstruck feeling of it all is not there anymore for me. Because what really got me was the bench. I really want that bench, and I want to put it in the Forgotten Lands. Because there's not a lot of things that go in there, but this would, and I want it. So then we get to put down multiple houses. I know a lot of people are excited about this. I'm excited, but also sad because I stopped buying them from the premium shop whenever I was like, oh, we can only use one at a time. So what's the point in me wasting my moonstones on this now? And Disney was smart. Disney got smart with this. They realized that if we had the ability to put down multiple houses, we would be willing to buy multiple houses from the shop. So therefore, they gave us this feature so that I have to spend money on more moonstones because yes, I have already used them on a lot of other things. Unfortunately, stuff in there's expensive. Anyways, so Disney, take my money. That's all I have to say about that. So then we have the most exciting news, learning about the title and the content path that's going on. I know a lot of people have already done their hot takes on this. And I agree with some, not with all, but I will speculate with everyone. Okay. One thing I think is really exciting that I have to point out. I know we don't see the shadow anymore in the pumpkin. I personally, whenever the update launches, I think that the shadow, whenever it's like updated, like the shadow will be in the house. And as soon as we find a way to enter it, I mean, she's going to come out and the shadow's going to go away. But I really think that whenever we go into the game, like the first thing we do whenever we go into the game and we go towards that pumpkin, we're going to see the shadow in real time. I'm calling it. I think we're going to see the shadow in real time until she's out of the pumpkin. And I'm excited to see it all come to life. It's going to be so immersive and exciting. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. We'll just throw a party at the end of it. So we're getting Fairy Godmother. Okay. And the one thing aside from Fairy Godmother and the title of our next path was this little shadow in the corner. And again, this is zoomed in on my computer, so it gets really granulated. Granulated? Can you granulate? Pixelated. Really pixelated. So here's a screenshot on my phone. So much clearer, 10 times. Okay, now a lot of people speculating about what this is. Okay, and the only one that I agree with most, other than of course my own thoughts on it, like if someone were to persuade me away from my own thoughts, it would look like Lady Tremaine. That is the only person I believe that this could be. I will say at the very, very beginning, before I realized where this house came from, the tree house came from, which if you don't know, if you haven't figured it out, this is from like one of the first intro trailers that we get of as us, as people coming back to our house and seeing our old playground, our old treehouse is there, and that's where this treehouse comes from. I also really wish that this was a house skin. That would be so cute. Anyways, I first thought that maybe this was related to Rapunzel, maybe Flynn Rider was like trapped up in there or something, because to me it just looks more like a dude. But the only other person that will persuade me from my own thoughts was Lady Tremaine. I thought that was a really interesting. But what I really think the shadow is I really think it's our shadow self. I think we're going to meet them there. And I feel like that's whenever, of course, we're going to begin to remember what's up there. I mean, if I really started digging, maybe if we're going into the storyline of like what we could be remembering, I feel like we've forgotten what it was like to be kids, to be a child. We grow up in the city, we lose all of our creativity and our imagination. And so after years of city life, we come back to our old house, our childhood home. We see our playground, we fall asleep by the wishing well in our tree house. And part of Act 1 is remembering what it was like to be a child. Maybe this is kind of like a cutscene to us remembering, and it's like the light inside of the treehouse. Maybe it's like a critical moment of us in our childhood. But that's like reaching. That is really reaching. That's coming from like the writer inside of me that wants to create a whole 26 chapter novel out of this one picture. We're not going to do that. I personally think it's our shadow self, and we'll see in the update. So exciting things. Next, we have the 2023 content roadmap. Okay. September, late 2023. Those are really exciting, and I'm personally really excited for the Halloween Star Path and just to hear more about all of the news. I do think that the hourglass is in relation to Jasmine and Aladdin. I think that we'll get that story, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, that's later news. Let's talk more about our current news. About early June in the summer update, we unveil the secret to the forgetting, decorating dreams come true with a touch of magic, furniture, mannequins, and more. I'm willing to bet we get an item limit. You know, even just 500 more items would really do the trick for me. I'm willing to bet that we get that, like just a little bit, just a bump. That'd be nice. Summer update, a new villager races into the valley. Flex your creativity with a new feature and win in-game prizes. Okay, so I have seen a few people speculating the in-game prizes. I personally was thinking at the very beginning, whenever I started to get like the skee ball machines and everything, I wish that those could be mini games in game. Like you walk up to like an arcade furniture piece, click on it, and then you get to play skee ball or air hockey or just any kind of like little, like what if we got to race with Penelope or play like a little version of Wreck-It Ralph? Like, I'm just saying, I was thinking that would be amazing. And it would make sense that in the summer update, whenever we get Penelope, that we also get some interactive arcade games. So I personally think that's what it means. I don't think it's necessarily in relation to being creative. Like, I don't think some people are saying it's a touch of magic tool that could also be an in-game prize. I could vaguely see that, but to me that would be more like a cosmetic game. I don't know, like giving haircuts maybe. Am I the only one that used to play that on my phone, where I would give haircuts and style people until they were happy? Maybe being creative ties in with that. That's all speculation. So then we see the Star Path, celebrate Disney 100 and the wonder of Pixar. Okay, so the Pixar motifs I'm super excited about. Mainly because I have two valleys. One valley has been there since the beginning, so I have like a lot of Pixar stuff. And then the other valley has not been there since the beginning, so I do not have any of the Pixar stuff like Incredibles, Up, Coco. It's Pixar, right? Making sure. Then this is a little spoiler alert. So if you don't like spoilers, I hopefully will have a jump ahead for you if I can figure that out on YouTube. But the next thing that came with this update, those who don't know binary code, didn't think to use binary code, that have somehow found their way to this video. This is spoiler, but this is what it is. That's the game code. Type it in. Go to redemption code on your Disney Dreamlight Valley settings and get this, redeem it. You'll thank me later if you haven't. And you'll thank Disney as well, because it was an amazing code with amazing gifts. I had like 2 items that I hadn't received before this code, so perfect. Okay, so last but not least, these are my thoughts about what other characters we could be getting with this update. A lot of people thought it was Belle or Penelope, because we saw that the princess was racing into the valley with the content roadmap before this last one. So the second to last content roadmap said summer, and then underneath that said a princess races into the valley. I think that they separated the summer updates into two because we get an update every 2 months. So I don't think that Vanellope was ever really promised with the June update. I think she was just promised as a summer update. So it makes sense that she's been pushed back a little bit. A lot of people were still thinking Belle. Without getting into it too much, I know some people had done some data mining is what they call it. And so Belle was kind of a really high contender for me. And that also goes hand in hand with Eve. And so how people found this was they looked at voice actors for update 5. I personally don't know how they found that. But I'd be excited to see if we do get someone like Eve, if they were listed as a voice actor. Not sure where, not sure how, all speculation. Don't hold it against me if you don't get Eve. But I don't think we'll be getting Belle, don't think we'll be getting Vanellope, those we know are later. But Eve is still a high contender for me, saying. So beyond these original thoughts, I have done a lot of digging, a lot of researching. Probably unnecessary, probably crazy, but these are possibly spoilers, possibly not. All speculation. Just putting that out there. But I discovered something. Don't know if anyone else has discovered it. If they have, then I will get off of my little pedestal because I'm pretty happy about this. So I was going down Instagram as one does, and I came across a video of Disneyland and Tinkerbell. And this was the video, but it's not a video. It's just a little screenshot. This is a screenshot of a video that I found. And I'm sure some other people have already seen this before, but this is recently Disney and some of the decor that they have. Now on the left, and this whole design, this is exactly what we got in our most recent Star Path, okay? So stick with me for a second here, because I'm gonna be kind of speculating furniture items, Star Path items, and this is where I got it from. So as I was speculating, I went further down this idea of concept art, and Disney had concept art from 2022. So I started to Google Disney concept art 2022, and these are some other images that came up, and this is all concept art from Disney artists. And this is almost, well, very similar to the what is it called? I'm just gonna say the dragon that we got, and there's floral around it. Next, in the background, it looks like character posters to me, because we got like green, purple, reds, yellows. We got all of these character posters in our premium shop. So this kind of reminded me of that. Made me think that some of the concept art used last year for Disney parks this year is also where Disney Dreamlight Valley game developers got some concept art and inspiration from. So this is where the speculation happens. These are images of the concept art. Don't know what you could pull from this, but it's very beautiful. Now, the middle, if you can't see very clearly, it's Ratatouille over a bowl of ice cream, 3 scoops of ice cream. Around that is flowers. Those flowers look like the base of like the dragon floral statue we got in our last Star Path. But we did not get the Ratatouille sundae bowl. I think we got it as a motif though. Looks very similar to something we got as a motif, but if this wasn't a motif, this would be very interesting if we got this as a furniture item and we could put it in our valley as a statue. Next, not what we could pull from this, but beautiful concept art. Beautiful concept art. This is all the concept art that I could find. This one right here left me awestruck. If I could have a statue of this in my valley, again, it would be all that I need at this moment. Yes, we would need to increase the item limit, but it's beautiful. What if we got this as a statue? I'm just saying, what if? It's beautiful. This is concept art from 2022. What if they used it in 2023? Next. Now, at first glance, you're like, I don't know what we could pull from this. A whole lot of people, for sure. You look on the bottom left side and you see these huge paint tubes as props in a concert. And we already have all the DJ stuff that we could imagine, but just think with me here. What if we also got paint tubes as huge statues to decorate with? We also know that decorating and being creative is all that we're getting in June. It's like the main focus. So what if paint was part of that? That was the only thing I could pull out of this art. And here, there wasn't much for me to pull out of, but on the bottom left, you see the Amtrak. Is that what it is? An Amtrak? And that just reminds me of some of the graphics that we got on Instagram or on any Disney Dreamlight Valley social media, where you would see the updates and the graphics for the updates. And I remember there being like a train or an Amtrak in the back. And so some people were like, maybe we're getting a train. I don't think we're getting a train, but I just thought that this was another element that was similar in both Disney Dreamlight Valley graphics as well as the concept art. So that's really all I have, I think, for today's everything you need to know. It may not have been everything, honestly, but that's majority of things that I could come up with. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Anyways, I really miss talking to people in person, but I do stream on Twitch. I just haven't started back yet. Probably by the time, if you ever do see this video, I probably will be streaming. So please come see me on Twitch. I will probably be doing lives on YouTube in the future. So I really look forward to getting to know viewers, getting to know more people in the Disney Dreamlight Valley community. Yeah, I look forward to it. Thank you so much for joining me.